I want to take a moment to begin this video and talk about this struggle we're having with this channel. It's really kind of the way that gun channels are interacting with Google and YouTube is affecting us, and it's affecting our ability to be able to produce content. So I want to take a moment and just ask you support us on Patreon, where a lot of the content we can't put here is going, and it supports this ministry. Last year, when the Supreme Court voted in favor of New York Rifle and Pistol Club versus Bruen, it seemed that that should have opened the door for constitutional carry from coast to coast. And if you really look at what's actually taken place since then, we have less Second Amendment rights now than we did way back then. Literally, in little over 1 year, we have lost more Second Amendment rights because the Supreme Court voted in favor of the Second Amendment. Ultimately, what they said in this case, and we're not going to get into the case, this is old news, was that everybody has the right to carry in America. Well, since then, all anti-Second Amendment efforts have just doubled down. There are less guns you can own now in most places in America. Some places they've made it harder to be a carrier. So let's just go to New York, for example. Let's go back to New York, where this case was played out. They now go through your social media. It's harder to get a concealed carry permit now. So they're saying, well, sure, everybody can get one now, but good luck getting one. California, double down. Oregon, double down. Washington, double down. Illinois, everybody has totally doubled down. And even in Missouri, here in Missouri, there's actually a state law that says federal agents are not allowed to enforce any anti-Second Amendment laws in this state. And the police aren't allowed to enforce them as well either. Or they lose their job and or go to jail and or get fined. So, but even still, you look at what's taking place with the pistol brace. You look at what's taking place with ammo. I mean, we can go on and on and on about the doubling down on the anti-Second Amendment efforts. We have less rights now than we did before the New York Rifle and Pistol Club versus Bruen case. Now, I bring all this up for this reason, because I want everybody to kind of open your eyes and witness what you're seeing is that even though the Supreme Court, the buck stops there, the Supreme Court, even though this effort isn't going to stop, it doesn't matter what the Supreme Court says, this effort will only get harder and harder. The more that we even see the Supreme Court say, okay, now you can carry more guns. Well, then now you can carry less guns. Okay, more people can carry. Okay, now less people can carry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter what the Supreme Court says because people are just going to keep doubling down. Cities, counties, state, and federal. It's out of control. And I bring this up because we have to open our eyes to this. It's very important as we enter into this next election season that our eyes be open to this, that, I had my hope in the Supreme Court. I did. And I think they came through. But yet, here we are, less Second Amendment rights than we had this time last year. Any thoughts or insight on that? Definitely put that below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel. The Patreon link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.